Thank you guys for jumping on tonight with us. It is May 10th. Dang it, I always do this. I always get the wrong date. It is May 10th. Yay! Tonight I'm really excited. I have actually reached out to Heather. Hi, Jess. I haven't seen you in a while, girlfriend. I have actually reached out to Heather about this really cool app that she's been using called Crowdfire. It's this app that helps you with your Instagram, with building your network, getting more traction, getting more followers. And so she kind of schooled me on it when I was over visiting her in Spokane. And I was kind of eavesdropping on her team call. And I was like, okay, I got to figure out what the heck this is. And I wanted to bring it to you guys as well. Because, you know, we could always use some other forms of, hi, Katie, some other forms of ways to improve our networking, improve our way of building relationships and getting ourselves out there more. So I'm very, very excited, very honored to have Heather Gardner, one of my diamond coaches, lead tonight's team call. If you guys have any questions while she's talking, you guys can go ahead and put it in the chat box.
You know, when I first started out,
I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody except Heather. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, you guys could go ahead and put it in the chat box. Until then, you can save your questions for the end too. But I want you guys to all go to your app store, whether it's Google Store or whatever, and download Crowdfire. There's two options. You can get the free option or you can pay the $10 a month. Right now, if you guys want, just download the free option. That's okay, Heather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would suggest everyone download the free version first and then see how much you're using it and, you know, go from there.
Okay.
Yes, that's my rule of thumb with all the apps.
Right.
I don't know.
Until you get tired of all the ads, don't pay for it. Okay, Heather, so take us away. School us on this Crowdfire.
Okay. I'd love to. Okay, so Crowdfire is pretty awesome. So I kind of stumbled across it. Well, I don't know how many of you guys know my backstory, but some of you on here know on Instagram, I used to treat it like my redheaded stepchild, and I hated it, and I never took care of it, and I just like, meh, right? And then I started like getting into it more, started crowdfiring, and realized the crazy response that you get on Instagram versus Facebook. And it is the new and up and coming thing. At the Platinum Edge, it was like all these new the new coaches that were coming up, they were recruiting on Instagram. Everybody was doing things on Instagram. So started using it, and it's just awesome. So Crowdfire has a couple things that are like really awesome. I'll talk about, and then I will go through how I Crowdfire every day, if you guys would like that too. So that way you can see how I utilize it. So first, whoops. So Crowdfire, when you log in, it'll look like that. Look like that. You'll have all those fun options. So you'll have non-followers. You can see people that don't follow you back, but you follow. And this is good. So I guess, I don't know, people have like a rule of thumb that they don't want to keep. You don't want to have more than 1,000 to 2,000 people that you're following versus followers. So you want to keep them kind of even. So this is a good way to unfollow people that aren't following you. So I do this because my number was really high. You know, I'm trying to like balance. So, but it's also a good way to kind of weed out your target. So I will look through here and I'll see like people that, you know, that I'm following. So yeah, perfect. Thank you. And then fans. So this is your next option. And this is your people that are following you that you are not following. So this is the one that you want to look at for target market. If you're scrolling through and you see a picture of that looks like someone, you know, take a second, follow them, and then, you know, that way you can also see kind of like who's following you, right? That you're not following. It kind of gives you an overview of your brand. You can see really quickly, you know, am I hashtagging the right things or all that. Okay. You can also schedule posts on this, but I have not done that yet, so I'm not. But you can do unfollowers. I wouldn't suggest looking at those. I've had people get there. You know, I just don't ever look at unfollowers. I don't know. And then
one thing, I'm going to stop you real quick. One thing I remember being not even a new coach, but growing my leg page or growing my Instagram, It happened to me. It happened to Cindy. It's happened to Heather. It's happened to everybody that has hit over like 100, 200, 300 followers. And anytime you lose a follower, you're like, oh my God, you think it's like the end of the world. You're like, oh my God, someone just unfollowed me. What did I do? And now it's like brush it off. Like whether you guys have 10 followers, 100 followers, 1,000 followers, don't care if someone unfollows you, because you know what? They were not right for you anyways, and you were not right for them. You can't please everybody. You can't make everybody happy. And the worst thing you can do is put it against yourself, thinking that you did something wrong to not deserve them to follow you.
Right. And like I look at it as Instagram is a lot easier for you to be your brand, right? So you don't want people that aren't your brand following you anyway, so that's a good thing. And I find that the more followers I get, the more unfollowers I get too. And I'm kind of thankful for that, because they're, then I'm not having, you're not putting energy or anything into that. It's like your brand is your Instagram. Like Instagram, you can just scroll and see. So be very, specific about what you're putting on there so that people can unfollow you. It's kind of a good thing. You want people following you that are your brand. So I mean, you don't really want creepers following you, right? So that's good. Do that.
Creepers.
Creepers. Okay, so my number one thing on here, which I have shared with Vicki and Cindy and Stephanie, and it's, okay, so I call this tapping into your warm, cold market, if that makes sense, because it's your admirers. So this actually, will show you people that are following you, how many times they've liked your stuff. Oops. Oh, you guys see that? So it'll say so it'll say like how many times they like your stuff and how many times they've commented on your things. It also will allow you to scroll their page and like some of their stuff, right? So it'll let you from here, you can connect with them. So you're like, oh my gosh, they're liking all my stuff. I'll connect back. It's a really super easy way. They also have it, you can connect on their Facebook and message them right there. So you
don't have to go to Instagram, or you don't have to go to Facebook and get sucked into a different
but only if you have an iPhone, because Cindy's doesn't have that feature, and we think it's an iPhone thing. So I'm not sure, because I don't have a Droid. I don't know if it's just her specific or if there's an update now. But yeah.
Yeah, so Jesse said that Android doesn't.
Okay, yeah. So if you have an iPhone, yeah, you can go straight from there. But then you scroll through and it'll tell you. So some of them will be coaches. Some of them will be like weird, whatever, and some will be family. But then you'll get back and it's happened with everyone. They're like, whoa, who is this person? Oh my gosh, they're totally like my target. I didn't even know they existed, right? They've been liking all my stuff. And it's like, they're following you. They're just waiting for you to connect with them. And it allows you to then,
Jen wants to know if you can connect with them via Facebook and Instagram through the paid version or just the free version.
The free version.
Yes.
The only difference between the paid and the free is the amount of people that you can follow and unfollow. So the free version, you're allowed 25 people in 24 hours. Follow, unfollow, right? So if you're going to use this, I suggest getting the paid. Because that's what I have. And you're allowed 120, wait, is it 68? I think it's 125. You're allowed 68 follows, however that works. So there's so many follows, so many unfollows, but in 1 hour, right? So you can do it every hour. And this is where, I'll go to finish the admirers. So that's where you can scroll through and it gives you a huge snapshot of your people, right? And you get to see their comments, their likes, and then you get to connect with them. So it's a super time saver. And I never knew how to connect on Instagram before. I just was kind of clueless, the DMs, right? Who do I don't know. Cause to me, it's pictures, it's just a bunch of pictures on Instagram. So this is really awesome for me, cause I can see my fans, people that are following me, and then, that are intentionally following me, and then your admirers. And admirers, I would hit first. I would hit all of those. And then you could also see if you're really branding yourself. I've gotten a lot of people that I'm yeah, that really is I've worked really hard now to try to get my brand. I think before I was a little, but it's a great way to check your brand, right? So you can see if you're really pulling the admirers that you want. So that's that. And then, so if you are going to get the paid version, this is where we get into copy followers. Now, for pretty much every 10 follows that you follow people, 5 of them will follow you. I find now that I do purposeful looking at their profile, their little picture thing, their little snapshot, their name, I can really target people that I want. And this is what I do. So you copy followers. Now, do never copy a Beachbody coach. Don't copy, like, I don't know, like, find people that are maybe on a fitness journey that are like really awesome, that are killing it, that are your brand, right? So spend some time looking up hashtags and find people that you genuinely are like, I really like them, but they are not associated with Beachbody. They're not, you know, because then you're just, I don't know, it's competing, it's weird. But then you just find your genuine person, and then you put them in. Let me do this. I'll copy Vicki's, well, I won't copy your followers, but I'll show them how to do it. Okay.
Don't copy my followers. Gee.
I won't. That would be like really counterproductive. I would have to go unfollow them all. So yeah, no. Okay, don't copy followers. Can you guys tell me? Yeah. So right in there, it's gonna copy followers, and I'm gonna go fit with Vicki because she's so rad, and I want to be like her, and so I'm gonna copy all her followers. So you put it in there, and you go search, and there she is. She pops up, right? So I'm gonna push that little document-looking button right there, and it's gonna say retrieving followers. There are all her followers. I now can have access to all her followers. So then you can scroll through and look at pictures, write down names, visit their page if you want. I look by, in this step, what I do, because I do 125 in an hour, try to, and then like I'll alternate, like I'll follow, unfollow. But so then I go through and I look at the pictures and then the name. So you can't always tell by the picture if they're another fitness coach or not, or, you know, not all coaches like have fitness pictures, but usually the name will give it away. So I don't really follow coaches because that's not my target. But then you can tell. And I have gotten, you know, I get 5 follow backs per 10. And
so, then Heather.
Yeah.
Sorry. So copying followers, basically it's like a referral, but you're doing it yourself because you're going through people that you connect with already, whether they're your friend or your mutual follower, or someone that you connect with without being an Instagram follower, and you can connect with their followers. So it's kind of like going to their Facebook friends list and seeing who they're friends with, but it's less creepy when you follow them on Instagram instead of sending random Facebook friend requests. Right. So this is why it's easier for you guys, especially, I know there's a lot of introverts that are afraid to send out, and I'm only saying this because I see one staring right at me right now. I know it's hard for you guys to reach out and try to make friends when it's uncomfortable for you. It's not like peacocks. We could do that all day long. But if you're an owl or golden retriever or shy or quiet, or it gives you anxiety or whatever, Instagram, it's like kind of hiding behind the screen. And so it gives you more comfort and it's easier for you to do. Does that make sense? How do you guys feel about that? Candy, does that feel like something that you can do? Katie, yes. Good. Okay. Take it away. Keep going, Heather.
Yeah, I feel, and I had the same issue. Like, I had no idea. Like, my Instagram, literally, this is all I did before. Copy from Facebook, put on Instagram. Maybe 2 of my posts. But now it's like the Crowdfire allows you a way to really connect with those people. And then they're going to follow you back. And I usually, when they follow you back, they're at your page. And then they start liking your stuff and they see what you're about. And then that's where I get a lot of unfollows too. But that's a good thing because it's like, I just, I only want people that like, I think of Instagram as my storefront, right? So they go there, here I am. This is what I have to offer. I'm a coach. I can help you. Like, that's where you make your mark. And then Facebook, I feel like, is more a relationship building type thing where you can't really be, well, not that you just can't, but it's not like, hey, here I am, here's what I do, where Instagram, it's a snapshot and it's more, I find people are looking more for help and stuff on Instagram. Like, Instagram is the new Facebook. In a way, like, it's easier, the recruiting, it's more targeted, it's easier, there's more people, you can reach a larger number. So yes, so then copy followers. So that's, so you can, and it's better than Facebook suggested friends because you get to say, I want somebody that's interested in this, that's like this person, and you really get to be specific, where you can't really do that you can in Facebook, but not really. It takes a lot more time, and who gets lost in Facebook? I know I'm not the only one.
Everybody.
And then they have those Amazon, like, targeted ad things. And
right.
Yeah. It's way easier. You all do it from the app. Just do it from the app. You don't go anywhere. And what I have been doing is alternating my connection days with Facebook and Instagram. So I'll do, like, a Monday I connect on Facebook, Tuesday I connect on Instagram, and do a more targeted. That way it's kind of like back and forth. I feel like it's getting a good mix, and then I'm not just hitting up, Facebook all the time. So there's that. And then, so the copy followers, does anyone have questions on the copy followers part?
I have something to add too. You said how, make your brand or make your mark on Instagram. Like saying, this is what I do. That's why another thing that we always preach, you guys will always hear every day, say something about coaching, because especially on Instagram, people are looking at photos. They're not necessarily always reading what you had posted along with that photo. So in your coaching post, whatever it is, make it eye-catching. So it's like, maybe you have a bag of gifts, or maybe you have, you're working out with one of your coaches, or maybe it's a screenshot of a team Zoom or whatever. But whatever you do every single day, incorporate that, because when you're following so many people and they're following you and people are coming in and out of your Instagram page, and maybe they're on a mission. Maybe they want to get on the 21-day fix. Maybe they need Shakeology. Maybe they need to start their health and fitness journey. But when they start connecting with you and they're like, oh, I really like this girl, Heather, because, oh, wow, look at her transformation. Oh, look at her story. Oh my gosh, she's a Beachbody coach. Okay, sweet. So they're going to know right away, because you're going to be saying something. You're not going to say, hey, join me, buy from me, I'm a salesman, blah, blah, blah. You're not doing that. You're incorporating a little bit of being a coach. So when they do, and let's be real, everyone does it, when they do stalk your profile, they could find out right away. And when you don't, here's one thing, do not have your Beachbody link in your Instagram bio. Don't do that.
Facebook link.
Yes, have your Facebook link. So if you have that, remove it.
I was one of those, I just removed it a while ago. When I say,
I think I told you for a year to change that.
Yeah, you did. And when I say like the redheaded stuff, like I like literally like I would like begrudgingly like posted on that thing. So, and it's all changed around really fast, and a lot of it was because I just didn't know how to utilize it, right? I would just get lost. Like, it's just pictures to me. What am I doing, right? And that's where Crowdfire comes in, because it organizes all that for you. And you don't have to get lost in it. I call it, the warm, cold market, because these are people that you don't know, that you would never know. Instagram does the notifications. You get so many notifications and then they're done, right? So it's hard to see and connect, or be like, you don't keep track of that person. I think on Facebook, it's really easy to see when people are commenting. You notice them more when they're commenting on Instagram. I don't connect that way as well. So this is a tool that's really helped me. So that's why it's been, I think I just made a aha moment. That's why I'm building relationships now, because it's not just throwing a bunch of random darts and like hoping people are going to just come to my page because of things that I post. It's like really doing, purposefully.
You're being intentional.
Yes, purposely. Yes. Purposefully. Yes. Go figure. So, and it works a lot better. And I went from, I think like 1,000 followers to like 2,500, and that's only like in a couple weeks. And there are people that are like my brand that I can help, that really, could use this. It's not just, it's real followers. I know that there's all these things out there like buy followers, do this, do that. Never do that, because they're like probably fake. And I've heard people losing all their followers that way. Didn't Carla said she lost like 8,000 followers overnight like that. So Crowdfire is amazing. It totally like taps in, and I was like, oh my gosh, look at this person. Like, it's exciting because these people that you didn't even realize are like liking your stuff. So you guys are all going to be amazed when you go to your admirers. Keep scrolling, you're going to like find, you're like, how did this person find me? And they like all my stuff, and they're just like me, and they'd be so awesome. And so.
Hey Heather, Nicole wants to know how you heard about Crowdfire.
Josh Coates.
That guy.
And I heard about it when I still didn't really like Instagram, and I'm like, eh. And it was like one day I really just challenging myself to reach out. I'm like, I'll try this thing. And I just blew my mind, because I didn't understand Instagram before. I was a Facebook person. I needed that organization, and I still do. Like, I think I'm more successful with Crowdfire and Instagram now than I am with Facebook. As far as like getting, and I just scoop people on over, but from Instagram to Facebook, once like, we built a little bit of relationship, I kind of just like, hey, I want to see more than just like a snapshot of your life. You know, I want to be friends on Facebook so I can see more, and then bring them in that way. And then, you know, you already established a friendship. So it's really working. And I think this is like the new way to go.
I love the fact that this provides organization, because a lot of us, I mean, I'm not speaking for anyone else. I'll just speak for myself. I'm not very organized. And I get distracted easily, you know, like squirrel, what? You know, and when you're sucked in like the Facebook vortex or on Instagram, you kind of like, you have a purpose of adding friends or finding your people or whatever. And sometimes you see something shiny or a 6-pack of abs and you just kind of follow that way. But this way it helps prevent that. And one thing that I love that you mentioned, Heather, is going through, this is what we should be doing anyways, building your network or finding your tribe intentionally, purposefully. You guys, when I first started coaching, and maybe some of you guys could relate to this, like I would ask anybody and everyone to coach. Like I didn't care if they were my brother's cousins, husbands, sisters, boyfriends, stepchild. I don't know. I just asked everybody because I was
did
like,
too.
right. Because I was like, I just want to get to Diamond because Diamond seems fun and it's so shiny and let's party at Diamond. But what I found out is these are the people that you hang out with all the time. These are the people that you Zoom with. These are the people that are your family, your handpicked family, your tribe. These are your people. So when you're intentionally looking for them, be picky. Like, don't just sit there and be like, I need to add 10 new friends today. So friend. Why are you wanting to be friends with those people? Really think about it. Do they have something to offer you? Do you have something to offer them?
It's not worth the success points, the commit. It's not worth it to have somebody on your team that you don't jive with and I've learned this lesson the hard way. And it's just because they're just not everybody works with everybody. And that's right. That's why Vicki is so great about teaching all of us to like find your brand and do that. And can I say, like, once I found that was when it kind of all, because then it just comes naturally, right? Then the stuff that you're posting, the things that you're doing, it just comes out. So yes.
And be intentional about your postings too. Like, I'll let you answer that in a minute. But when you guys are posting on Instagram and Facebook too, I want you to think before you post, is this providing any value? Is this going to help anybody? Maybe it's motivation. Maybe it's a recipe. Maybe it's a tip. Maybe it's part of your story so you can let people in. Maybe it's, whatever. Maybe you're sharing progress of one of your challengers or one of your coaches' results. But you have to think, am I just putting something up because I need to post 3 to 5 times a day? Or is this actually providing something for someone else? Be intentional in everything that you do, with your postings, with your workouts, with your conversations, with your building friendships, with your Crowdfire. Rawr. I don't know why I wanted to rare.
Oh my gosh. Crowdfire.
Anyways, so, okay. Ashley said, when messaging on Instagram, do you provide email there and talk that way or through message there on Instagram, like direct message?
So like I'll direct message and then I'll chat kind of back and forth, like, thanks for, like on my post or whatever, or usually you kind of like, if you're looking at their page, you'll kind of know what they're doing. Like if it's somebody that already sees in health and fitness, I'm like, that's so cool that you're into this, I just kind of start talking to them based on like who they are, because you get to like see right away versus like Facebook, you got to scroll all their stuff. You get to see, oh wow, they have kids, they do work out or they don't work out, or they like clean, you get to see, and you just kind of start a conversation with them that way, because you're going to have something to talk about, because they're going to be like you. And then that's where I go, hey, like, I want to know more about you. Like, can I be your friend on Facebook? And some people don't have Facebook. And then I just direct message them there. I don't really ever just do the email route. I'll just direct message on there, and that's fine. But then I just get them on over to Facebook, and then we connect on there.
So I actually have something to provide for you guys. If I could find see, this is organization at its finest.
Oh my gosh.
It's in one of my notebooks. Hold on.
I think you have your brand.
Wait, are you one of my coaches? Okay. So anyways, there's a 3-week formula that I've been using. And we did this on one of the Life Power Hours. I think Jen and Teresa, you guys may have been on it. Oh my gosh.
This is like kind of big. This is what, this.
Oh yeah. So, so the first week, oh yeah, here it is. Last notebook. The first week you want to intentionally find people that are part of your brand, right? Find people that are in health and fitness. They exude confidence, whether they're, you guys could always tell. Like Josh Coates said one time, he said, I could tell if a person's confident through their selfie. Like you can tell, right? So you can literally see if they're showing confidence, if they feel good, right? If they're putting themselves out there, if they're your part of your brand, if they have the same struggles with you. I connect with a lot of people that have hypothyroidism or thyroid issues and emotional eating and things like that. Intentionally search for these people, like, comment on a bunch of photos that you actually connect with, and then shoot them over a direct message and CCQ them. So send them a comment, compliment, and question, right? That's week 1. The second week, you're going to send them another message. I mean, within that week, you're going to still be liking and commenting on their stuff, right? Because you're going to write their names down. They're going to be on your list now. They're new contact. So you're going to be liking and commenting on their stuff. And then you're going to send them a message. You're going to compliment them on something that you realized over the next week. Wow, you're super positive, Heather. I love your vibe. You send off this positive energy. I can't wait to get up in the morning and see what quote you're posting in the morning or whatever. And then week 3, then you say, right? This is ballsy. Are you guys ready for ballsy? Then you say, hey, I know this sounds crazy, but have you ever considered becoming a Beachbody coach?
Can I just say something about what you just said? Because it's not crazy. Because if it weren't for you ever saying that, I would have never even known that, like, you could even be a Beachbody coach. I just thought it was like Magic Vicki that had like these challenge groups, and and it changed my life. And like, I literally, like, I had no idea. So you're gonna have people like me that have no idea, right? They have no idea that they can be a coach. And I was like, what? You think I can do? And yeah. So just say it. And like, if you're genuinely complimenting them, no one's gonna. Jen is like cracking up. I just hear. Distracted, Jen. Just kidding. So no, it's fine. So no, you really like just, I don't know, like, you shouldn't be scared of it. You should not be scared of it at all, because you're providing them an opportunity that can change their life. And if they're not going to want to change their life, like, I feel like, okay, that's fine. I changed my life and I'm going to move, like, just whatever. Like, and they'll either come back because they see, oh my gosh, she's still changing her life and kicking ass and I should have been there.
Right.
Or like, you never wanted to work with them.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, when you're going to find out whether or not you want to invite them, because you intentionally found them. You're checking in on them every day. So maybe all of a sudden they start, don't judge me, but maybe all of a sudden they start posting a bunch of Donald Trump stuff. And you're like, oh God, nope, unfollow. And that's fine. You're not going to be like, hey, you want to become a coach on my team after that? I mean, if you're a Donald Trump lover, then you would. But if you're not, then you wouldn't. And then you'd unfollow, and that's fine. But there's going to be something over those 2 weeks. If you're doing this formula, if you're intentionally inviting and liking and commenting and checking in on them, it's just going to come natural. It's not going to be an icky sales pitch. It's not going to be an icky invite, because you've already like established yourself with them. They've already been seeing you commenting and liking on their stuff. You already talk about being a coach every single day in some way, shape, or form on your Instagram.
If they haven't came to you by this point, they're going to be wanting you to come to them.
Right, right. So you guys have to, I know it's scary when you ask someone, but think about, why is that scary? Why is it scary? Is it scary because it's something that you did? If it was that scary, would you have done it? Imagine the things what, Heather?
Oh, I was just gonna think, like, where would you be? Like, whenever I get the fear of, like, because sometimes I still get it, like, sometimes, like, I'm like, okay, would they really want to be a coach? Like, would they really be on my team? And I'm like, okay, would I really want to be? Yeah. Am I? Like, yeah. And then just do it, because, like, you just gotta do little mental pep talks. Because it really is like, I don't know why we fear it.
Rosanna said scared of no. I know fear of rejection is huge. Right? It's a very common fear that a lot of people have. But I want to share something with you, love. If I would have said no, okay, hold on. And I get a little emotional. If I would have said no to something, and I was at the point in my life where I did not believe in myself, I was still 200 pounds. There was no way anyone would want to watch my journey, let alone join me. If I would have said no, I have no idea where I'd be right now. And you talk to them. You give them that option. And if they say no, it's nothing against you, hun. It's nothing against you. Maybe they're just not ready. Maybe it's not for them because Beachbody coaching isn't for everybody. But you're holding something amazing away from them if you don't give them that option because you're afraid of rejection. So throw that out the window. No more fear. Don't let fear hold you back. You have to get past the fear. Yes, I did say no to my coach for over a year before saying yes, and I'm grateful she kept messaging me over and over again. She was genuine. Yes, Tracy, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, honestly, I want to see a show of hands. Who said yes the very first time your coach asked you to be a coach? I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, just the one, yeah.
And who took a while?
That's the majority.
Okay,
yeah.
see?
Ashley on here, no. Ashley here at the beginning of my journey. Ashley, I've asked her. But every time I really always thought, because I always thought she would make a great addition. You know that sheet, our little dream team sheet thing that we fill out?
Yep.
She was on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jackie was on there. I'm like picking those people. Like, I'm not joking you. Like over half of those people that I put on there, like, in the beginning, like, genuinely, and I suggest everybody does this. Like, if you haven't done already, make a list of, like, your dream team. And it doesn't matter if they would want to coach or whatever. Who would you want to join you?
Right.
It doesn't matter what they think.
Right. Don't think
out there in the world.
Yeah. It's your dream.
I have a quick question, or do I need to wait?
No, you're fine.
I have my best friend's sister. I've been talking to her about Beachbody since I've joined and tried to get her into challenge groups, and she's like, no, I've tried Beachbody, it doesn't work for me. And then, like, 3 days ago, she's blasting all over Facebook how she's a Beachbody coach now, and blah, blah, blah. So I messaged her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for you and all that stuff. And she's like, thanks, I feel like a hypocrite. And I was like, no, girl, you go do you. But inside, I was just like, really?
I mean, that's going to happen, and it sucks. I mean, it still happens to me. It happens to everybody. But the thing of it is, like, it sucks when it's someone you know personally. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
But, it's going to happen. I've had friends, and it's really hard when you have so many local coaches that are mutual friends, and then you share the same friends. And you're like working with somebody, and then all of a sudden they sign up with someone else. But you're like, wait, you were my friend, or we were working together, or whatever. But don't take it personal. All you want to do is send them love and send them light, and realize that you're in this business to help other people.
Yeah, I've been helping her more than her, what is it, your sponsor coach or whatever. Yeah. So I've just been helping her.
See, that just means you have a big heart and you were meant to do this. Because if you're helping someone that you're not getting anything back from, good for you.
Thanks.
Isn't that Zig Ziglar that says the fastest way to get to your goals is helping others achieve theirs?
Yep.
Unselfishly. So you just are doing that. So that's helping you get one step closer by doing that. And that is so true, because I've always been like that throughout my coaching journey. It didn't matter if it was another coach from another team, another person. Like, I mean, I would never help another person. You're like, I would never, but, you offer advice and things like that. And other coaches, I always like help them if they have questions and things like that. It's just nice to have like a camaraderie of, because we are going to like live in this coach life together.
Right.
Nice to be, just putting that out. We'll come back.
Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, I want to ask you guys something, and I want you to be honest. Who can say 100% that they're confident right now going to anybody or everybody, not everybody, but going to somebody tonight with confidence, asking them to become a Beachbody coach? Can you be confident doing so? Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
A little bit more confident than I was before starting this Zoom.
Good. Good. Good.
Woo-hoo, that's awesome. Yay.
You know, here's the thing. Like, there's so many things, you know, and I would never have known this if I would have never read personal development, but there's so many things that we hold ourselves back in life because we're afraid. You know, we're afraid of getting hurt in a relationship, so we don't get in one. We're afraid of trying something new because we are afraid of failure. We're afraid of asking for someone to join us on a journey because we're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of asking for the promotion and getting denied. We're afraid, like, there's so many things that we let ourselves hold ourselves back. And in turn, you don't reach your full potential. You don't reach your full happiness because you're just holding yourself back. So we need to stop holding ourselves back, and we need to drop that fear. And I know it's hard. But we need to stop and we need to move forward. What would happen if you just push that fear aside? Because you either have two ways of responding to things, either with love or with fear. And if you changed the way you did everything with love, where would you be today? If you asked someone to become a Beachbody coach on your team with love, that means you'd be confident, you'd be excited, you'd be happy. How do you think they would feel? They would feel your energy coming from you. Can you switch if you are unhappy with the coach you signed up with? I promise it's no one here. Yeah, you have to cancel and wait 6 months to do that switch. If there is, there has been, not an ultimatum. There is I don't know, some big word that I can't pronounce. There is, if you have issues with your coach, like actual issues, you can change to someone on your upline.
Grievances.
That's not the right word I was talking about, but that'll work. You can change to someone on their upline. So it has to be your sponsor's upline or their upline, but it has to be, and it has to be like something like they banned you from a page or they're not supporting you or something like that. The only thing holding me back at the moment is that I have only been a coach for about 5 days. Like, I got my Shakeology yesterday. Yay! Okay, first off, Melissa, have you did a open for business post on your page? Yay, Crystal. Okay. All right. Well, this is a great opportunity for you to do it, because if you're anything like the rest of us, once that delivered on your doorstep, you're like, it's Christmas! Yay! See, you're like, I'm so excited. So create a post about that. Like, be excited about it. Don't just be like, I'm a Beachbody coach, but say, this is the reason why I'm a Beachbody coach. I signed up because of X, Y, and Z.
You could even do a video. You can go live on Facebook, and people love that.
Balls
you can
to
dance
the
around
wall.
with your Shakeology and be like, woo! And just, yeah.
Oh, yay. She
That
already
would
has
be
it planned.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Does anyone else have any more questions?
Did everybody know that Instagram upped their video time? It's no longer 15 seconds.
Yep.
Okay.
I knew that when I did a lip sync video,
Yeah.
and I'm like, 49
Yeah.
seconds.
I know it's been a minute now, but I was like, wait, that's my whole video. What? Okay. I like that.
Yeah. I do not have the option to Facebook Live, so bummed. You know what? I've done only one Facebook Live video. You just take a video from your phone and upload it directly. Do not use YouTube. Do not use YouTube.
Like, live is the same as uploading it. It just is for the lazy. You don't know how to push the button twice. You just push the button.
Right. And people can't live comment. That's the only thing.
Well, yeah, but then you also can't go and edit, so.
Right. Yeah. No worries there. All right. Any other questions? Is everyone going to start using Crowdfire?
Can you all tell me how it goes? I want to hear. I want to know, like your success and how you're doing.
I haven't downloaded, but I didn't know how to get followers, so I don't have any new followers right now. But this kind of helped.
Awesome. Yay.
Well, then you can start going through the people that you follow too and copy their followers and start.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do because I didn't know what the copy follower thing was.
Awesome.
Now you know it's an amazing tool.
And you guys, do yourself a favor. Start being intentional with the people that you're adding to your network. Don't just add because it's a number on the checklist that you have to check off.
And if you have not created your avatar and you have no idea who you're targeting, that's where you start.
Right.
Because I, for a long time, thought I could skip that step for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Maybe close to, well, I'm gonna say 9 months. I'm like, I may have verbally spoke what my avatar was, but I mean, not until I wrote it down and really and then talk to your, upline sponsor. I would do one on be like, hey, this is my brand. What do you think? I mean, just to run it by, but and then be intentional about your postings with that. I mean, that's who you are and that's who you want to attract. So
it's really important to create your avatar, to create your brand, because we think that we can help everybody, but if we try to help everybody, we're really helping nobody because we're not dialing down the people that we're trying to help.
And you're not effective with your time. I wasted so much time. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
Don't do that to yourself.
I have to say, so Heather's my coach, as you guys found out at the beginning, or you guys probably should know already because we're both crazy. But I watched her, and at first, she had the goal, she had her goals in mind, and she didn't pay attention to creating her brand. She didn't pay attention to creating her avatar for a long time. And it wasn't until she actually sat down and was like, okay, this isn't working what I'm doing. I could tell her every day until I'm blue in the face, but it wasn't until she realized it herself. She's like, okay, this isn't working. This isn't what I want to do. She had a complete 360 shift in her business. And now she has all these amazing coaches who are just as loving and caring and hardworking and badasses like she is. Ashley, Jackie, not to name any names, but yeah, it totally changed her focus. And now her team is super strong and they're all working together. So if you guys just change that mindset or change that focus on, you need to develop your brand. And it's very, very important for you and your team and your business. If you want a strong foundation, you need to develop that brand.
Or you're just going to consistently be playing Jenga with your
team.
Right. Yeah. And that is heartbreaking and it's hard and you can learn from my mistakes, please do. Because it is. You have to build that solid and then it all falls into place. It really does.
Yep.
Thanks for telling me that 20 times before I found that out for myself.
That's all right.
I love you.
I love you too. All right. Well, I'm going to end the recording so we could end it with a selfie, but I won't record the selfie. So this is always my awkward moment, how I shut off the Zoom. Thank you guys for joining live, and thank you for watching the recording, those who weren't able to make it live. Until next time. And